the show, head coach Jonathan Gannon of the Arizona Cardinals. Coach, congratulations on that fun win yesterday. That was very enjoyable to watch for sure.
Yeah, thank you, guys. How you guys doing?
Yeah, great.
Good.
A lot better to talk with you after a win than a loss, I will say that. We enjoy it a lot more. So I'll start off with this.
So do I.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure you don't like coming on when you guys get beat by 3 touchdowns. A lot more fun this way.
Nobody does. You're right. Go ahead. Let's have some fun today.
Yeah,
I'm a little late. The media, I got a little long-winded, I guess, with some answers.
Listen, this is your show. You got to cut them off and say, listen, I got my own show to do now, so you guys got to go. I'll start with this. Did anybody get injured because of the excessive hugging of Monty Ossenfort after the game?
No,
Okay.
we did. I'm sure you guys know it. Will is going to go to IR.
Yeah.
So tough to see because he was playing extremely well, and he does things exactly how we want them done, and he's one of the guys that's kind of the fabric of our toughness. But he's obviously down, but he'll get stitched back up here and be ready to go here down the road.
Yeah, tough loss. But I saw Monty hugging everybody so aggressively. He was so excited after that win. It was a big win. Let's talk about that. The way you lost that game last week, losing in every facet, and Washington just came in here and kicked your butts. To bounce back the way you did and win a game against one of the better teams on the road in the division, to be able to put that last game past you and get on to this next one, how proud of you are your team to be able to do that?
Yeah, I'm proud. I really am. I actually told the media this, not that we want to talk about that, and you guys you might roll your eyes at me, but I honestly was more proud of the week. Because just like you said, after, week 4, got handled pretty good, right? And for those guys to respond and have some resilience and go about their business the way that they did on Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, they responded the right way and then laid it on the line and won the game. So I am proud of them.
You're a football coach, but you've got the defensive background. For you, what did it mean, the red zone success that you guys were able to have? From a coaching standpoint, what does that tell you about your guys that you held them 1 for 6 in the red zone?
Yeah, I thought it was a really good plan by Nick and the staff, and the players did a good job Thursday, Friday, Saturday of absorbing the plan and the execution of the finer details of the plan. And, obviously keeping points off the board down there is huge. And the first component to me of that is, however they get down there, I think you have to have some resilience. You know what I mean? Because if they're down there, it's probably not going great, whether it be their, a 10-play drive or a 3-play drive, and all of a sudden they're in the red zone, or after a takeaway or whatever, and you have a short field, whatever the case may be, you do have an advantage down there, and you gotta step up in, because those plays are huge. You know what I mean? The run game, the pass game, those third down stops in there where you're forcing field goals, those are 4-point plays for us. So I thought it was a really good job by the coaches and the players to get it done.
I want to go back, if I could, for just a second to the unfortunate news about Will and his season-ending injury, and ask you, Tristan Colon came in. Is it automatically Tristan, or do you look at other options in either John Gaines or Isaiah Adams, perhaps, or do you just automatically pencil in Tristan Colon for that job?
No, I think we'll see how the week goes. We got just like you just alluded to, we got multiple guys, multiple combinations that can go in there, and we feel really good about. And obviously, it's what we talked about week 1, here are the roles, but your roles can change. And, sometimes that happens through injury, like the one we're talking about with Will. Obviously, some roles are going to change. Roles can change by performance, good or bad. So we got guys that are capable that are going to step in and play, and I'm excited for them.
We've been here for the duration of Kyler's career so far, and it's pretty obvious. When he runs the ball, the team tends to be more successful. What happened from last week to this week to go from Kyler running the ball once against Washington to 7 times against San Francisco, and many of those runs to big success?
Yeah, I thought he made plays with his legs. You know what I mean? Sometimes, too, though, guys, it might be a design quarterback run that has a read element, and they play it a certain way that he would hand it off. So it's not like, we had a bunch of more design runs for him. I thought that when he did have his opportunities to make the correct decision and pull it and run, he did a good job. And then in the pass game, I know he converted the 1 third down. I thought that was an outstanding play with his legs, which was huge in that game. And that's part of his game. That's elite, and we'll continue to use it.
I kept saying I thought that Kyler had a really good game. Didn't throw for 200 yards, but because he made winning plays. And there's a play, a play on the drive that you scored the touchdown and got the 2-point conversion. You guys were facing a 3rd and 7. And to me, one of the sneaky good plays on that whole game was that 3rd and 7 pass to Michael Wilson for 10 yards, keep the chains moving. 6 plays later, you score the touchdown, you get the 2-point conversion, you make it a 2-point game. That's winning plays.
Agree. But, I mean, I totally agree. I thought, it takes all 11, but he definitely did his job back there and put some sauce on those to keep drives going and play really, really good, clean quarterback play for us. And he was really good yesterday.
You used the word resilient earlier. Was there a level of resiliency to his game, especially after he throws that interception to Nick Bosa the way he did when he did, right?
Absolutely. Versus a team that can really rush very good, and their coverage structures make it hard on a quarterback. That's why they're one of the reasons they're a very successful team. I think that he didn't get sped up. He trusted in what he was being coached to do. The communication between him and Drew about, what he was seeing, I thought was really good. Drew listens and he understands what's going on out there. And, I just thought that to bounce back from that, because you could go a lot of different ways. The game doesn't look great, at that point. You throw the interception, and for him to put points on the board in the second half the way he did, whether it be extending drives, a 3rd down or a 4th down, got to have it. That was a huge play to Marvin, backpedaling out of there, threw it where Marvin could catch it. The touchdown play that you're talking about, unbelievable play. He made it happen.
Jonathan Gannon, our guest here on the Burns Gambo Show. Cardinals getting ready for the Green Bay Packers coming up on Sunday. You also, during your media session, talked about the return of Darius Robinson Jr. Mm-hmm. Do you have a level of expectation of his availability this week? Is it truly a wait and see when you get him back on the grass, or do you have a sense that he'll be ready to go and able to play this weekend?
We'll see. That really is a kind of we'll see. He hasn't played football in a while. So there was an element of conditioning and just playing football that I want to see for the next couple of days. But we'll kind of evaluate it day by day. I know he's excited to get back out there with his teammates and get back on the grass, and so are we. But we'll be smart by him first, and then do what's best for the team.
They were facing a 4th and 23. They had no kicker, and they were up 23-13. Were you surprised that they went for it there instead of – because they had kicked the field goal earlier with the punter.
Yeah, it was a little shorter, though. Yeah. It was a little shorter. I know that.
So were you surprised?
No, not really. I thought Nick did a really good job of that 3rd down defense, the call that he called, and I really like the call on 4th down there. And that was an excellent play. I think the 2 safeties, bang, bang right there and knocked it out, which was probably, 15, 18, 20 yards of field position right there. I thought that was a big-time play. But, they chose to do what they did, and I thought Nick did a good job of getting us in the right calls for that on that 3rd and 4th, even that 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th down, and defending it the right way.
James Conner was held in check in the first half, 6 carries for 9 yards. Second half, what was the difference, and was the heat a factor? It seemed like you wore them out in the second half instead of vice versa. What happened, especially in the running game in the second half?
Yeah, I thought that, we got a couple different concepts, and James got hot. He broke a lot of tackles. He had a lot of yards after contact. I thought he was lights out yesterday. You could argue he was the best player on the field yesterday, both teams. And we know that he's an asset to us. He's one of our elite players, and I really felt it was kind of cool because kind of that last drive, Drew, when there was a break in play there, he challenged those guys in the headset to Kyler. He says, "Hey man, let's challenge these guys. I want to run the football, take some time off the clock, keep the drive going. We know we need points here." but we're going to turn around and hand it off here. And I thought he lights out yesterday.
Coach, last one real quick before we let you go. Does the same answer you gave about Darius Robinson Jr. kind of apply to Zay Jones?
It does.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely it does. Yep. So I'm excited to get Zay back out there, and he's excited too. But, obviously 2 guys returning to the practice field is a good thing for us. And then, like I said, we'll be smart about both of those guys and see how it factors into, putting the best 53 out there to play Green Bay, and we'll get them going.
All right, I'm going to squeeze in one more. Chad Ryland, only because we've got him coming on the show in a little while. Did a good job for you, had the kick block, but I thought he did a good job. What does the future look like for him, especially with the Prater injury? Is he going to kick for you next week? Is he a practice squad guy? What do you see?
Yeah, we'll take it day by day. But obviously we have all the confidence in the world in him. If he's out there, we feel good about it. You know what I mean? That's you want to put him out, the new guy out there for a game winner. You know what I mean?
Sure.
And we didn't hesitate, and he banged it through. He's a really cool cat. I've only known him for about a week now, but I've been very impressed with how he handles his business, how he came into last week, what he did on the practice field, and I like where he's at.
Thanks, Coach. We appreciate it. Good luck
Okay,
against
thank you,
Green
guys.
Bay.
Have a good week.
Thanks, Coach.
Jonathan Gannon, our guest here on the Burns and Gambo Show.